Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical. Do you like guns? Are you on Facebook? Well, then you've probably seen the ads for goat guns, miniature guns made by goats. Maybe not, but I've been seeing these ads ever since I got into guns and been on Facebook, and probably you have too. And they're actually pretty cool. So I bought one. Didn't get sent to me for free or anything, and they're cool enough that I thought it was worth making a video about. So let's check them out. But before we get started, make sure you're subscribed to Sawtooth Tactical and hit that notification bell. Pew, 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 pew. So, I'm 40 years old. Not really into toys anymore. But you know what they say. Boys don't really ever grow up. We just get better toys. Well, guns are not toys. They're very serious, but they're also a lot of fun. But if you're anything like me, like you think guns are cool, like I've collected a bunch of different guns here. I like to build guns. I like a lot of things about guns. And so as much as I do take them seriously, I also like to have a good time with them. And I've been seeing the ads for goat guns on my Facebook feed for a long time. And they look cool. But I was always like, do I really want to spend money on a toy? Finally, I was just decided to. And they are actually very cool. So if it's something that you've seen on your feed and you're wondering if they're worth getting, I think that there's some cool things you can do with these. They're just, stick it on your desk. They come with a stand. But the details about them are what make them really cool. They are actually very realistic. And they've got tons of different models. So they probably have a gun that you own. They've got 1911s, they've got AR-15s, AKs, a lot of different guns. And then they also have all kinds of accessories and modifications that you can buy, as well as ammo and all kinds of other stuff. And so whether it's for yourself, maybe a present, maybe for your kid, whatever, I think they're actually pretty cool. And like I said, the details. So they come in a kit and you actually put them together. You build them yourself. And being a gun owner, I bought the AK-47 because it was the one that looked the closest to a gun that I own. Now they do have AR-15s, but in order, like when you get it, it's like your basic, your basic kind of M4 setup or whatever. And then you can buy all the different accessories and kit it out and modify it. You could make it look exactly like your AR-15. But I didn't know if I wanted to spend that much money on one of these at the beginning. And I would have had to get, a bunch of accessories to make it into one that's similar to one that I own. My AK is very basic. I haven't really modified it at all. And the model AK that they have was very, very close to mine. So that's why I went with this one. And it is extremely realistic. And we're going to go up close. I'm going to show you some of the details. But you can rack the charging handle. The bolt carrier moves back and forth. The mag actually loads ammo into it. There's rounds in there. It's just very cool details. The rear sight leaf actually moves. It's got a AK-74 muzzle brake, even though it's definitely a 47 with this kind of curved magazine. But let's go take a look up close, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So here you can see the details of the Goat Guns 1/3 scale AK-47 versus my Wasser 1063 AKM. And they are very, very similar, which is the kind of the cool thing about them. When I was a kid, I was really into scale model cars because I was really into cars. And that's kind of why I get one of these. But if you check it out, so it's a kit. And it comes in all these parts, and you actually put it together. And the bolt carrier rides on rails inside there. The recoil system is very similar. The dust cover attaches just like a real AK does, where that little button pushes in and it clips down onto it. the safety moves. So it has safe, semi, and full auto slots there. Bolt carrier racks back and forth on the recoil spring. You can adjust your rear sight leaf for, if you're shooting distance or not. The details on this thing are very, very good. And they're metal. They're die-cast metal models. All the parts fit together very tight, and they fit together mostly the correct way. I mean, you put the stock on, and the screw goes through there just like it would on a real AK. Same thing here. Your trigger works. It's just very cool. Your mag release is the same as a real AK, and your magazines rock and lock in the same way. So that goes in, and it locks in. And if you saw there are actual rounds in the magazine. I bought some extra rounds, and so these are 7.62 by 39. They're actually made of brass, and like if you put your fingernail in there, you can actually catch it on the rim. It's all the details are very realistic. So I do believe that the goats that make these must be real gun owners themselves. Even the cleaning rod here, you put that in yourself. It goes through just like on the real thing. My cleaning rod on my AK comes out the exact same way as it does on the Goat Guns model. Just about every detail that they could put into something this small to make it as realistic as possible, they did. I mean, here you have your sling swivel on the rear, and you've got your sling attachment point on the front, the same place it is on the real AK here. Same attachment for the sling. It is, the attention to detail is very impressive. And so I was a little bit skeptical when I ordered this, and it really impressed me. And so that's why we're making this video. The only thing about the AK model that I can ding them for a little bit is, again, like I said, it's obviously an AK-47 since it's got the curved 7.62 by 39 magazine, which even that, the details on them, and look at the bottom, the base plate of the magazine is the same as the real deal. But the muzzle brake on it, this is an AK-74 muzzle brake traditionally. And also the recess in the stock is more traditionally associated with the AK-74. But still, you can order different wood furniture for it if you want. You can order parts and accessories for all of them. I think more like the ARs, they have a SIG MCX. You can really, really accessorize those out because just like a real AR-15, they're extremely modular. Part of the reason that I chose the AK actually was because less accessories. I wanted to see if these were worth my money before I spent a bunch of money trying to accessorize one. And this was the closest one that they had to an actual gun that I had without having to change everything out about it. But if you're like me, you like building guns, modifying, upgrading, accessorizing, then I think these Goat Guns would be pretty cool for you. So they come with very easy to follow instructions. If you've built a gun, you can definitely build a Goat Gun. And yeah, makes it super easy. Comes with all the tools, the parts you need. Like I said, you can buy extra ammunition. You can buy all kinds of different accessories for them. The furniture on this one is polymer, it's plastic, even though the rest of it is die-cast metal. But you can order wooden furniture for the AK. You can order all kinds of different stuff. They've got display stands. But what do you do with it after you've put it together? I don't really know. That's probably up to you. You know, they do come with a stand, so you could put it anywhere. They're actually pretty big, and I don't know if that comes across well on video, but this is 11 inches long, just about a foot long. They say it's 1/3 scale. And so that's how they're able to get all these legitimate details into it, is by having it a pretty decent size. My daughter thinks it's really cool. So, you know, she sees what I do with guns. Like, she knows that I'm into them. And she thinks that this is really cool. She wants me to order an AR-15 one and a 1911 one now, because they do have multiple guns that I own, and they probably have guns that you own too. So why would I be promoting a toy on my firearm channel? Like I said, when I was a kid, I was really into cars, and I had all these like scale model cars, you know, and I thought it was really cool that the steering wheel would turn the wheels, and, you know, the hood would go up, and there was details in the engine and everything else like that. And then later on, I ended up getting I had a 67 Mustang Fastback toy car model. I ended up buying a 67 Mustang Fastback. And so these are kind of the same things. Say that there's like a dream gun that you want that you don't have yet. Well, you can get a model of it, and maybe that'll motivate you to get the real thing. Say there's just a dream gun that you do have. Well, you can get a model of that. You can put it on your desk at work, or I have this on my desk where I do my editing for my videos at home. You know, you can display them to make racks. You can collect them all. And yeah, no, Goat Guns did not send these to me. I've got no affiliation with them whatsoever. I just thought it was kind of cool. And like I said, if you're on Facebook, you've probably seen their ads just like I have. And for a long time, like every time I see their ads, I'm like, those things look really cool. So I finally just got one. Figured I'd make a video about it. See what you guys think. I think they're kind of rad. So maybe you guys do too. If you like this, please like, share, all that stuff. Comment, let me know if you've gotten any of these Goat Guns like I have. Tell me which ones you've gotten and if you've kitted them out and kind of made them actual models of the actual guns that you have. I would love to know. I respond to every comment. From Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped, you get clapped.